Hi, my name is Ellie. This is my amazing producer, REYA, and we're going to break down the production on my new single, Turn It Off.
Somebody screaming in the back of my mind all the time when I eat, low decibel when I sleep. I notice too much, it rises into a shriek. Move your feet. What am I if not discreet?
I love all the vocals in this section because we had like so many things moving in the background, but my favorite are the Ellies, where I'm just...
You were brilliant in the way that you kind of like layered everything up as well. So
Thank you. So I sent REYA like all of those stacked harmonies to begin with, and then she was like, okay, what do you think about like punching in on certain words? And I was like, oh yeah, like that's good. That's good when you sent it back to me.
I love the growing of the harmonies, especially because you can see some of them are muted here because obviously the more of Ellie, the better. However, it's fun to keep people waiting a little bit as well.
Screaming in the mind all the time when I eat, but when I sleep,
And then
it rises into a shriek. Move your feet. What am I if not discreet?
so
Turned out so
fun.
cool.
The entire basically idea started just with you sending me that chorus.
Yeah, you're so right.
And then you also sent me this bass intros, and I kept it because it's some. This is so sick.
I really love a meaty bass. You know, I know we both love a meaty bass.
Yeah.
I love all the percussion that you have going on in this. Like your use of like really interesting sounds is like what first made me so excited about your production. It draws your ear in a way. It's like a tug, and you're like, oh my god.
Your performance on this track.
This was I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was a hard song to perform because like there's just not a lot of room for breathing. So at the top of my phrases, I'm like, I don't know her, she don't know me, but we meet up in the morning, 7 a.m., woke up clean, till she grips my throat in warning. Who am I if not performing? Says it's safer if I'm boring, I'm non-conforming. And I don't get to take a breath until the very end of that phrase.
That is insane.
So I just like have had to like really, really focus.
That's actually so funny. You can see it basically like how it's just one long sausage.
She was a tough one.
You freaking nailed it.
Hates the lights, but I love it when they shine.
I love these harmonies that you layered here.
I didn't want to layer just another synth because so far everything's been so digital, so I love getting a little bit of that like more human feel. Obviously it grows with even more harmonies later on, but just as like a pad almost in the back.
I love like a vocal pad moment. Like I love like it makes things lush, you know, in a way that like you just, I don't know, it's just like specific to the human vocal cords.
So we have a few fun little synths and arps that go around. Absolutely love keeping them more in the background so you can feel them, but you don't need to hear them.
I love it.
All the time when I eat, low decibel when I sleep.
I love this chorus.
I notice too.
I remember you saying like it had to feel like that move that you do.
White girl at the club, you know? That's what I was really going for. It was like club meets thriller, and I feel like we really, you know what I mean?
Embodied that.
But when I sleep,
I love how close these harmonies
notice
are.
too much.
I'm so particular about how I record my harmonies. Like I'm recording that lead first, obviously, you know, and then I'm matching everything to the lead.
Yeah.
And then making sure that it's as snug as possible, because they all need to like sit back in this place. Especially on production pieces like this that are like super dark pop, like we want it to be snug, you know?
For sure. You nail it every damn time you send me vocals, that's for sure. Like it's just like whenever I open up a project that she sent me, it's like, and they fit perfectly in, and we can go.
Harmonies are like my favorite part because it's just another emotional expression tool for me to use, you know? I don't know, it's all these like little
ear
candies, you know?
candies.
Yeah, exactly, little ear candies.
Turn it off. Turn
This
it
was really fun.
T-U-R
Pat Manigan for this guy.
T-O-F-F. Turn it off. Turn it
I love that it feels so circular, like it feels like it's going around your whole head, which is oftentimes, of course, what it feels like when I'm super anxious. It's like, it's hard to quiet the noise sometimes.
Yeah.
And it feels like this kind of low droning, which is why I wanted to have the, like that vocal fry in there. I'm also all for like weird noises in the voice and experimenting with what kind of sounds I can make.
I love that this song it felt like a playing field for just experimentation in terms of vocals, but also for the production, so it really played well with each other. It's almost like expressed that emotion that you wanted to kind of
I totally agree.
make come across.
Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
All the little pieces make it feel busy, but not, I didn't want it to be messy, but I wanted it to feel full.
You had the perfect balance of like confusing in some ways, but still angelic, which I feel like maybe describes the whole feeling perfectly as well.
Totally.
Speaking my mind, cut it off quick. Got a pocket full of lies. She got a list, taking a pic.
That.
She's so happy I complied. I'm committed to her crime.
Just a couple, and they're super low in the mix, like on the actual master of it, you know?
Yep.
But again, it's kind of one of those things, it's like you don't necessarily hear it, but you feel it.
I love it.
And it's really cool. I dig it.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think I love the way that it's almost like, obviously you're singing it, but it almost feels kind of rappy in the way that you're kind of doing the verses. And like the drums just, in my opinion, had to mimic that. Yeah, we have little like things here that kind of like go on the upbeat just to make it like move a little bit differently from the first verse.
Totally.
So yeah.
It's so good.
Let's just smile and smile and pretend they see I am tonight. Showtime.
I love those Showtime vocals so much.
I remember when you
That was late in the process too.
Super late, and you were like, "Is this cool?"
Yeah, I was like,
"No."
"Is this gonna be lame? I don't know." But then I recorded it and I was like, "No, I think it's pretty cool."
I think it was
I think it's
sick.
pretty cool. It worked perfectly because my fear does make me performative in a lot of ways, like in my perfectionism and stuff.
Yep.
And so having that Showtime right before this kind of bigger chorus, you know, just really it felt like the right call. My favorite in this section that's in here is a bit of your production. You added like crowd noises.
Yeah, I did.
And I didn't hear that until like we got the first draft of the mix back and I was like, "Ow! Okay." Like it just, oh my God.
I absolutely love adding a little bit of like ambience noise. So we have one little crowd, for example, just because in order to mimic the Showtime and the anxiety you feel around performing, I thought it was only right.
It was perfect. And also that
So that's initially a bigger sample.
that is so sick.
A lot of loving and a lot of just like tweaking to make it.
Do you remember when I heard that for the first time and I was like, "Hey, this noise," and you were like, "Yeah, like how do you feel about it?" And I was like, "Can you turn it off?" Like
So good.
Somebody screaming.
I love this whole section so much.
Same, because you were like, what if we just go all out trap on it in the outro? And I was like, say less. What I love is that you went with these guys. These are my favorite, I think, harmony you've ever heard. Drums.
These are like so dirty and I love them so much.
Yeah, this is like a lot of strange little sounds come together. This is just like cajon that.
This is, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
This was a section that I didn't add until like the very end either, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about?" And I had like looped the track and was like, "What do you think about doing the, like an extended outro?" It's like fear comes back because like when we get that break right after that last chorus that happens there, that's supposed to be like, okay, I can breathe again. The quiet kind of comes back in.
Yep.
There's less noise, and then we get this kind of push back into this outro where it's like fear is still there,
still lingering,
just waiting, you know, for the next thing.
It's just so sick with those harmonies as well that come in.
Yeah, I wanted this part to feel, and the breath at the end, I wanted this part to feel like honestly kind of seductive, you know, and luxurious in that way. I used that word before because it's like, again, that kind of like smoothing over that fear does where it's like, no, it's fine.
Don't even think about it.
You know what I mean? So that was the whole goal. And then the breaths. The breath production, sorry. The breast production, I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry. The breath production at the end, I wanted it to feel like, you know, when you're trying to steady your breathing, you know what I mean? And you're freaked out. And the last breath at the end, it's like we kind of hear that wind down and then at the last bit. And I love ending it on that breath. It feels like it's unresolved. Thanks so much for watching. In the meantime, you can listen to Turn It Off on your favorite streaming platform, and make sure to stay tuned for lots of new music coming soon. See you another time.
Goodbye.
What is your... and I... This has no context. Okay, I'm gonna give context briefly. We were talking about what shapes we would be at breakfast the other day, and I was like, Ray, you would most definitely be a pyramid. Like, it just makes sense. Like, she's just, like, she's multifaceted. She has all these sides to her. And, like, I was like, there has to be a sound with it, so it'd be like... Everyone who's at breakfast with us, they were like, what would you be? And I was like, oh, like, I'd want to be a star. That'd just be such a fun shape to be. And my husband, Jared, he was like, your noise would be pink. And I feel like it fits so perfectly.
You are a star, and you do go bing,
bing. Okay, bye for now.
You thought I was done with you. I'm always here in the back of your mind.